What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I was so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging him? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to a little impromptu Kevin and Zach React MLB prospect rankings, both on Baseball America and MLB Pipeline, dropped today, including 2025 draft picks. So I thought, you know what? I want to talk about them. I'm sure people want to also talk about them. So I'm going to talk about them. I'm just going to do a quick 20, 25-minute episode. But hey, there's a lot to get into. There's a lot to talk about with this, and I want to do it. So let's get into it. Let's have some fun, baby. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Just kind of wanted to, get a little mojo going again, because let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100% about this major league season. It's been disappointing a lot, and there's not been a lot of great things to talk about, but one of the more fun things to keep track of when your team is, let's call it what it is, not good at baseball this year. It's fun to look at the future, and that's what we kind of got here today. I don't have Baseball America pulled up, but I did want to quickly go through where, the Orioles ranked in the new Baseball America rankings. Let me see where they were. I probably should have made sure I had this, but okay, here we go. Shout out to Steve Molesky really fast. So we'll go over this real fast, but yes. So 4 Orioles are now in the Baseball America top 100. 4 Orioles in the Baseball America top 100. Dylan Beavers, yes, that Dylan Beavers who we've talked about. Why are they keeping him here? Why are they keeping him in AAA if he's not in the top 100? You gotta have him in at least 2 of 3 publications. We talked about, there's a risk he doesn't, but 1 of 3 down. No, he did not make MLB Pipeline's top 100, but now 1 step is down. Dylan Beavers comes in at 83. 95, Esteban Mejia. Listen, if you follow anybody, I'll say it now. If you follow anybody who covers minor league baseball, who covers prospects, they are going to tell you one thing. Esteban Mejia is the biggest riser, the biggest, wow, this kid is flying up boards, maybe of this season, pitching, young pitcher-wise, in the lower ranks. Obviously, the higher up ranks, guys in double AAA, who are going to be the higher prospects right now. that's fine. You know, those guys. But if you're looking at lower level guys, Esteban Mejia, young kid, absolute star, comes in at number 95 in Baseball America. We just talked about Dylan Beavers, should be up in the next 5 to 6 days in Baltimore. Awesome to see him get the recognition he deserves, because Dylan Beavers has been incredible. And we're going to go through all of these guys in a little bit more detail in a few minutes when I bring up MLB Pipeline's full list, full top 30, and we're going to dig in a little bit more. But because Baseball America also released theirs today, I wanted to give these Orioles some extra love. And here's where it gets real. 16th round pick. Last season, he was selected in the 16th round. Nate George. Nate George coming up, yes. And hell yeah, he just got promoted from Delmarva to Aberdeen. I'm actually calling a game in Aberdeen in 2 weeks. I believe the 23rd, 27th. I am calling a game on the 27th in Aberdeen, and I am so fired up, so freaking fired up to watch Nate George play in person and call one of his games. This guy is good. I'm so hyped. I think I saw a stat where of the 100 games or whatever, he's played only 13. It's like 13 or 15, and he's gone hitless. And this guy hits the ball. He is a just hair on fire type guy. We'll get into a little bit more. And then, I mean, of course, number 7, Samuel Basallo, the stud, the star. We'll see him in 5-6 days. Sam Basallo, there's not enough you can talk about him. I think this is as can't miss of a guy as there is out there. I just think his game translates so well. His swing is so nice. Everything about it is just really good. I love his bat to ball skills. He's been on fire, and he's got that incredible pop we all know about. So fired up for Samuel Basallo. But that's Baseball America. That's Baseball America, but it's not the only thing we're going through. We're going to go more in depth now because I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not paying for Baseball America's rankings like $30 a month at this moment. So we're going to go to MLB Pipeline to talk about them dropping the new rankings as well to get a little bit more in depth. Once again, Sam Basallo rounds out. This is the Orioles rankings now. So this is the Orioles top 30 guys by MLB Pipeline. And let's dig into it a little bit more. First up, Sam Basallo. I mean, listen, I'm not going to spend much time on Sam Basallo. I'm going to be very upfront with you guys. We all know him. We all know what he can do. We know the type of superstar that he is expected to be, and I think he can be. Sam Basallo coming in, another top 100 guy, I believe top 10. It's Sam Basallo. You know, he's the star. He is the centerpiece. He is the big bopper of this group. Couldn't be more ecstatic to see him come up hopefully in the next day or so. Then let's go on to, I'm going to call this a little bit of a shock. And this is nothing, this is nothing against Enrique Bradfield Jr. He's over 2025 with 3 teams. He's moved up to Chesapeake, or formerly known as Bowie. Batted .257, has a .396 on base percentage, which is nice to see. 14 stolen bases in just 36 games. I was kind of surprised. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of surprised that Bradfield Jr. was this highly rated coming out, in this. You guys are right. Hold up. This must be the old one. Let me find the new MLB prospect ones. Hold up. You guys are right. Here we go. Where's the link? goodness. You know what, guys? That's on me. That's on me. Let me find the updated link because, yeah. Let me find the updated. I don't know why it's not updating for me. Yeah, this still doesn't have any of them. I literally just saw. Why can I not? Yeah, Ike Irish is number 2. Why can I suddenly not? MLB Pipeline. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, we found it. We found it. Everyone calm down. We got it. Appreciate you, Ravens Roost. We had to go to Twitter to find it. Don't know why that link was not giving me the update, but here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Singles, like I said, this makes much more sense. I don't know why I did not pick up on the fact because I've literally just did a whole tweet breaking down Ike Irish being number 2. But yeah, Sam side, we talk about him. Ike Irish being number 2. This is what kind of surprised me a little bit that he was above Dylan Beavers. It kind of surprised me he was above Dylan Beavers, and I'll tell you why. I just think, especially with no other guys, no other Orioles are in the top 100 besides Sam Basayo this year, or this re-ranking. I thought Beavers was the closest to being in the top 100. They like Ike Irish. And I'll tell you what it is. People love the bat. This has nothing to do with fielding. This has nothing to do with, oh, he's a catcher who can play right field. It has nothing to do. We don't know where he's going to play. I assume in left field or in some sort of corner outfield. Maybe he has a little bit of a stint and can play catcher a bit in an emergency situation. I think he's going to be an outfielder, and I think he's going to hit. That's why they like him. That's why these prospect rankings like him. That's why everyone likes him. The dude can hit. They love the bat. They think it's going to translate flawlessly. Some even said out of the collegiate bats, he had the best one this season in the draft. So Ike Irish goes to number 2. And listen, it's nice to have a guy when he is going to get drafted in the first round, you know, when you're going to select a guy, pick 19, come up and immediately insert himself into your number 2 prospect. That's a good, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. And I want to make this very clear. These rookies, you know, or not rookies, these guys who were just drafted, this is all going off projection. We don't know where these guys are going to be. We don't know what they're going to do. So take these guys with a grain of salt with their projections and where they're ranked. We still need to see them do it. But this is how highly they think of these guys. It's how highly they think of these guys. Then you go look at Dylan Beavers. Dylan Beavers, not much to say about him as well. Kid can rake. Kid hits everything. Plays incredible defense in the outfield. He's going to be up here in the next 5 to 6 days. Simple as that. End sentence. He's going to be up here in the next 5 to 6 days, and him being in the top 100 of Baseball America gives you the opportunity to say, like, okay, this is why the Orioles kept him. This is why they kept him down. This is what they want to do. So I like that there. You know, Dylan Beavers, he makes Baseball America top 100. He's comes in at number 3 in the Orioles organization right here. Enrique Bradfield Jr., number 4, says he's in high A right now. That's technically right. He's rehabbing. He's rehabbing in Aberdeen. He's actually in Chesapeake or Bowie. Remember, it's both now. Or I guess it's Chesapeake, but it's double A. I think he probably comes up next year at some point. But here's where it gets a little bit. This is the stretch I really like. We got Aloy, the 31st pick, right? 31st pick of this season. Do they show me? 31st. Boom. Nailed it. Aloy coming up, the Golden Spikes winner from Arkansas. Shout out, Joe. This is awesome. If you get a guy, a shortstop at the back end of the first round, and he comes out and he's immediately in your top 5, that's a win. I think this guy does have a high ceiling. It's going to be big if he can get the swing and misses settled in. That's going to be the biggest thing. Can he get the swings and misses settled down? If he can kind of just lower that a little bit, I think Aloy can be a very nice prospect. I mean, it's hard to be the best hitter and best player in college baseball. Falls to 31, you have to take him. Here's where it gets fun. Slater DeBrun, 6th overall in the Orioles system. 55 hit, 45 power, 65 run, 50 arm, 60 fielding, 50 overall. Slater DeBrun, you want to talk about a trade that I think people at the time were a little bit upset about, but it should be praised right now. Brian Baker, I believe, has a 7.6 ERA currently for Tampa. Let me check it really fast because I just tweeted about it. Yes, Brian Baker is a 7.59 ERA in Tampa. The Orioles got the 37th pick for him and used it on Slater DeBrun, who priced himself out of pretty much every other team. Priced himself out of every other team because he was like, hey, I'm going to Vanderbilt unless I get an absolute bag. The Orioles had that option. His slot money, what was predicted for the 37th pick, was $2.6 million. The Orioles gave him $4 million. So Slater DeBrun, awesome pickup there. Could not be happier about that. And here's where it once again gets a little weird. Esteban Mejia is widely regarded as one of the up-and-coming arms at 18 years old. I'm shocked MLB Pipeline is not higher on him because it seems like everyone else is so bullish of this guy. They can't say enough good things about him. They talk about his electrifying stuff, how he can be this top end of the rotation guy. He's the fastest riser in all of, low-end prospects, low-end baseball, the lower levels. MLB Pipeline's not seeing it as much. But I do really like Esteban Mejia. I think he's got a great future. I think he can be a top of the rotation kind of guy. Going on to number, what would this be? Sorry. What number are we on? 8, Nate George. Once again, a little bit weird again. You can tell that MLB Pipeline, I don't know if they did a full haul, full retool of all of this and they re-ranked everything or if they just kind of added in guys. But Esteban Mejia is up at 7. If he's your 7th best prospect, I can tell you do something really well. And then if Nate George is at 8, you're doing something really, really well. Because I think both those guys are absolute studs. Nate George just got promoted to Aberdeen, as we said before. Super excited for him. All this kid does is hit the baseball. 50 hit, 65 run, 60 fielding. Let's go to his stats real quick. So here's what I'm really looking at. He obviously was in rookie ball for a minute, but Delmarva, 337 over 55 games. The only thing is 25 stolen bases. He was caught stealing 13. Want to lower that number, but this is a guy who's not afraid to take off. Only 1 home run. He's not a power hitter, so I'm not concerned about that. Get on base, create havoc, and move on. That's what I want from Nate George. Boston Bateman coming in at number 9. Got him from the Padres, kind of the centerpiece of that deal for Laureano and O'Hearn. I think he is going to be a very quick riser. I think he is somebody that you see in the next probably, let's say 2 years. I think he gets probably up. He dips his toes in AAA next year. I think they probably have him majority of the time in AA, dips his toes in the water in AAA next year. Then the next year after that starts, kind of putting it together, playing in AAA, and then maybe gets the call up to the big leagues in, what would that be, 27. Caden Bodine, number 10, the Orioles, what would that be, 30th pick? Awesome. Oh, wait, well, 30th pick in this draft. He's a defensive catcher, probably the best defensive catcher in the game for college. Got a good bat. It's going to be interesting. I think he's a guy that maybe down the line could end up being a very nice piece for the Orioles if he is not traded. And we'll get into all that in a few minutes. Now, just kind of going to go through a few guys. We got Caden Bodine or Michael Ferret at number 11. I love Michael Ferret. Watched him pitch in Aberdeen a few times. Actually called a game of his live. This guy's stuff is electrifying. There's no way around it. This guy's stuff is pure electricity. Pure electricity. He's a big strikeout guy. He gets guys out. He's actually moving up now because he's dominated Aberdeen way too much. Go to Trey Gibson. I mean, pretty much the same. This guy, let's look at the stats. 1.55 ERA over 10 games in AA. He in 52 innings, he's got a 0.9 whip, 68 strikeouts in 52 innings. Trey Gibson's going to be fun. Trey Gibson's going to be a fun prospect to follow. That's a big thing. Let's look now at these top guys. You now have pitching-wise, you have number 7, Esteban Mejia, number 9, Boston Bateman. You have Trey Gibson, Michael Ferret right here. JWB, Jerron Watts Brown, Nestor German, Braxton Bragg, Joseph Jerwa. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 through 16, 6 guys, all pitchers. And we've talked to some guys. Jerron Watts Brown continues to be a strikeout machine with the Orioles, now up in AA. Nestor German coming over 2023 pick. Where is he right now? He's in Chesapeake, got a 4.21 ERA. Not great, but we're going to see what happens there. I wouldn't be surprised if he falls a little bit. Braxton Bragg unfortunately had surgery, but I think he was probably one of the fastest risers in the Orioles system. I think he was. I'm really happy with how he was pitching. It just really sucks. Really sucks that he got injured. And yeah, it's hard not to be intrigued by Jerwa. So I had to ask the Orioles how to say that. I believe it's Jerwa. But yeah, he's what, 6'6", 6'7"? 6'8". Wow, I didn't give him enough credit. 6'8", funky lefty, not much to dislike about it. He was the number 1 star at Michigan State for a while. Really happy with all of that. Colin Yeaman, this is another one. 4th round pick from this season. He's got a 55 hit. Awesome to see. If your 4th round pick is coming in, I mean, this is how many we have. So in the top 17 of the guys you drafted this year, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of your top 17, that's a draft that helps you replenish. That is a draft that helps you replenish. Got Vantani cut. I mean, this is where it kind of gets a little bit more disappointing. Obviously, last year's first overall pick, you were really hoping Vantani cut could put it together, be a little bit more than what he has been. Is he even hitting 200 yet? About 189 on the season. Yeah, it's been a tough go for him, but you just hope he can put it together. Definitely needs to get the strikeouts down. I mean, 138 strikeouts in 81 games, that's not going to cut it. Especially 138 strikeouts to 28 walks. Jeez. Yeah, can't be doing that. Cannot be doing that. And then down here, we see some guys wanted to talk about JT Quinn because he was another draft pick. Then Austin O'Verne. Good for Austin O'Verne, and then Wellington Arcena. These final 3 are actually very intriguing to me. Obviously, You have JT Quinn. I think he's going to be a bullpen piece for you. Wellington Arcena is incredible. He's been pitching really well in Aberdeen. In his first 2 games, Aberdeen, he has 1 game, 2.25 ERA. I don't think this is updated because he, I believe, pitched again. I'm happy with him. Austin O'Verne now up in Double-A. He was killing it at Aberdeen. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We got Kevin Ostreicher joining us to talk about this real fast. Kevin, how we doing? Happy, I guess, prospect re-ranking day.
Yeah, I only got a few minutes. I wanted to pop on.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to go for just about five-ish, 10 more minutes. But I wanted to hop on, just kind of talk about this, and really the biggest one being, I think, these top guys, obviously like Irish, Aloy, DeBrun, those guys getting the love that they deserve. I'm convinced MLB Pipeline did not reorder the rest of these guys and just plugged other guys in as well, because I don't know how Mahi and Nate George are 7 and 8, but they made the top 100 in Baseball America. I don't know if MLB Pipeline is just not re-ranking those guys or what's going on there, but that's probably the only thing that I look at this right now and I'm like, all right, don't know why that they're still there.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Orioles are lucky that Beavers was ranked as the top 100, or else now he's definitely coming up on a 15th. I mean, he's definitely coming up on the 15th. So, yeah, I love it because you just kind of look at the system from where it was at this time last year compared to where it is now, and it's just fully replenished. I mean, even once Basayo and Beavers graduate from this list, like, you still have so many young players, whereas we were kind of wondering, like, they had all those great years having the farm system, and then Gunnar graduates, Adley graduates, Jackson, like, everybody graduates, and you're like, okay, what are you left with now?
Yeah, and
of course they had to trade a lot of guys to get there, and they had a good draft this year too, but
yeah, Kevin, I mean, like your point, I mean, let's look at Basayo, obviously like Irish, being your new draft guy, but let's go. Basayo and Beavers leave. You still got Ike Irish 21. Enrique's 23, but that goes Aloy. You go 21, 18, 18, 19, 19, 21, 21. I mean, there are some young guys that are really intriguing in this top of the system. Like I said, they replenished. That was the goal of this. Replenish through the draft and through trades. And Kevin, how many times have we talked about this? Now it's time to make your system, your organization, your farm system work for you. Not all 30 guys are going to be on the Orioles. That's not how this works. You got to take some of these guys, hope they keep on that upward trajectory, and then see what you can get to help the major league team.
I think the big thing with the Orioles, and I think getting a guy, the draft that they had, like, we talk about Elias for the bad moves that he's made and the money, like, got to give credit where it's due. We know Mike Elias is a very good drafter, very good evaluation of young talent. And, like, just seeing Irish at 2, he was the best case scenario with that spot for the Orioles. Yeah. And not just because I called it and I wanted him to be, I wanted myself to be right, but genuinely he was supposed to be, like, he was ranked, I think, as high as 8 on some boards, 7 on some boards. Consensus was he was probably going to go top 12-ish. Top 15 at the very like the maximum. His floor was probably top 15, and they go and they get him at a couple spots after 15. And the fact that he is at 2, I'm excited for Enrique Bradfield too. I know that he's still in high A, but
although that's, like I was saying earlier, they have him in high A right now just because he's on rehab assignment.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so hopefully in the next week or 2 he can move back up to Double-A. So, but yeah, no, I'm intrigued by Enrique as well. I think that's just a guy. My biggest thing with this outfield is when you look at guys like you look at, obviously I'm going to take Ike Irish out because he's catcher/outfield. You look at DeBrun, you look at Bradfield, you look at Nate George, those 3 big outfielders in your top 10. The biggest thing that stands out to me is all of them, incredible range, incredible defensive prowess to go along with their offense. And that's something, especially right now, Kevin, we've talked about, it can be tough when you don't have good defense out there.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you a tough question. Scroll down to the. Can we get like the full top 10 on the screen? Or
Yeah.
can we move us out of the way, maybe over somewhere? Or
Yeah. Let's move us.
can we move us?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
Okay, there we go. All right. You see the top 10 there. Let's say the Orioles are going after a star pitcher. All right, the team says we need one of your top 10 prospects.
Ike Irish, see ya.
You're trading Ike Irish?
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity to him, or I mean, that's the thing. I think, and this is all because I'm going to be honest. My opinion might change in a month or two. As they finish their season, we actually see them in Delmarva playing, in rookie ball. But until we see them, right now, I feel like it's just kind of a commodity. I think I would not be surprised if Ike Irish got moved, but I would say right now, obviously Sam Basayo, I would not move. He is untouchable. Everyone else on this list, though, Kevin, before when we looked at the list, it kind of was in that, Basayo's untouchable. Holiday's untouchable. Kerstead, he's kind of untouchable. Mayo, no. After Basayo, there is not a single guy on this list. Now, I would be upset to see a lot of them go. Like, if we traded Mejia, I would be devastated because I'm like, damn, we traded DeBrun, I'd be devastated. A lot of these guys, I'd be devastated. But to get a top pitcher, none of these guys outside Basayo, to me, are untouchable.
I agree. I mean, I'd be fine with moving Nate George, even though it would hurt. I think Nate George is a guy. I think everybody is so excited about Basayo and Beavers and Brett. I get it. You should be excited about those guys. Nate George is not getting enough love, in my opinion. Nate George is not getting a lot of love. And I think him and Mejia, both of those guys, they have potential to be some of the best prospects the Orioles had. Now, the thing with prospects is literally potential. So the thing with trading prospects is you have to find a team, because if you trade, let's just say you move off of Ike Irish, and don't you love that we're doing this? It's been 7 hours since the prospect list came out or something, and less than 12 hours, and we're already.
You replenish your system so you can let it work for you.
But that's the thing, and that's where the Orioles are. Where if they were truly rebuilding, we would be talking about, all right, you have all of these players that can hopefully come up. That was what we were talking about. All right, I have a wild situation that I'm about to bring up right now. Imagine the Orioles were in the same, not players, but we're in the same spot that they are this season. So bad season this year, gonna hopefully add a couple of pieces. Young players bounce back, the team bounces back, and they hopefully compete for the next, however many years it is. Let's move the old Orioles prospect list back. So Gunnar, Adley, and I'm talking everybody. I'm not talking at the same time, but I'm talking let's just condense everybody in this list. So Gunnar, Adley, Jackson, Kowser, Westberg, everybody. Yeah. Would you have traded any of those guys for a star pitcher
at that time
to help that team?
No, because he didn't need it. But this time.
But I'm talking about imagine it's this time with the old prospect.
Oh, with the old. I would trade, knowing what I know, because here's the thing. I'll hand up this. I will hand up. I was big on they needed to trade Westberg. I did not think they were going to give him a chance. He sat in AAA for so long that I genuinely was like, just get this guy out of here for a star pitcher. There is not any team that they need to give him a chance, or they just need to. So I was big on that. I probably Kowser, but Gunnar and Adley, no, I would not have traded either of them. But then again, let's be honest. Gunnar, Adley, and Jackson I wouldn't have traded, but those were also number one overall picks or number one overall prospects. So it's that was every other guy, in this current situation. Yeah, I'd be open to trade. And that's why I think Dylan Beavers might be in. I bringing up Westberg. He wasn't necessarily a top 10 guy. He wasn't necessarily, he dabbled in the top 100, but he reminds me a lot of Dylan Beavers, just a guy who kind of just consistent, does his job, gets it done. So, I don't know. I think of this list, I wouldn't trade Basayo. There are some guys that are going to take more to get, like Slater DeBrun, Mejia, Nate George. Those guys are going to be tougher to get. I would be hard-pressed to trade a Boston Bateman and a Ferret just because, we need pitching. And I don't know if getting rid of pitching prospects is the way to go. But if it gets you a return, You got to do things that make you a little uncomfortable to get good players.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you have to take risks. You have to take risks. And it felt like the Orioles played it safe last offseason. They said, we're just going to try to add him around the margins and, replace Tony's production.
Yeah.
And it didn't even work. Like, that was a risk in its own right, was playing it safe. And it just didn't work. So I think, yes, now you have the opportunity to go out there and, like you said, like we've been saying, make your system work for you. You don't need all these guys. You're not going to have enough roster space. You're going to be in the same situation you were even this past season at times, where it's like you have too many guys at one position potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, where do these guys fit in? Certainly had that problem for a couple of years prior to this. And, they had to choose, and they did, Jordan Westburg and Joey Ortiz. They chose Jordan Westburg,
Mm-hmm.
They moved off of a couple of guys. Like, it doesn't do
It worked
anything.
out. Like, I know people will be like, oh, they didn't win a playoff game. Corbin Burns pitched 8 innings of 1-run ball in the playoffs, and
It was not their acquisition did their job.
Yeah,
He did
that paid off. You didn't re-sign him, that sucked, but you got what you hoped for out of Corbin Burns.
Yeah. Prospects, if you want to keep all these guys around, and I get it, like every prospect has potential in some way, shape, or form. Is it star potential? Is it, role player potential, backup potential, like whatever it is. But at some point, especially when you're competing, you have to, make a couple of these guys turn into a bigger time player for you. So, yeah. I mean, I like what they have, though. I like a lot of what they have. Ferret is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's someone that I expect to hopefully contribute to them. But then maybe a team says, hey, we want Beavers and Ferret for a star. And what you say? Okay.
If you get your top of the line guy, you got to do it. You got to do things that make you a little uncomfortable. It's going to be something. It's going to suck. You have to give up talent to get talent. So, and listen, these guys are prospects, and prospects inherently don't always turn out. We can talk about Kyle Stowers. For every Kyle Stowers that happens, there are the Joey Ortizes and the guys that don't really, amount to these star players. The Hall's having a pretty good season, but Joey's kind of struggling. I mean, it's not always that these guys are going to turn out. Hell, 11 guys on the screen right now, 3 will probably be above average major leaguers. And that's maybe more. And that's a little bit, but you look at it statistically, most guys, even in the top 100, don't become above average major leaguers. It's very tough. So, sometimes you have to understand that prospects are prospects. They're not guarantees. So go get a guarantee.
I mean, do you remember when, the Orioles got boatloads on boatloads on boatloads of prospects for Machado, Gausman, Scope, all those guys they traded away.
They got Dean Kramer for all of them, pretty much. It's like
I can still name some of those guys. Yasiel Diaz was the person that was promised, and he just didn't turn out to be anything. I thought Zach Pop was the next star underrated reliever for them. They got like Juan Carlos Encarnacion, Luis Ortiz, who was that big Scope headliner. Like, you can make, and again, I think everyone from the start was kind of underwhelmed with the Machado package in the first place, but like, sometimes it doesn't work out the way that you plan it to. Yeah, right. Yeah, look at this. Let's just Rylan Bannon, next great utility guy.
Yeah, literally though.
But that's what it was. Like you had that, and you got like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, guys that were, excuse me, in AAA. Like you got a lot of different types of prospects, and you got Dean Kramer out of it. Like that was it. Diaz had what, like 20 at bats in Baltimore or something? Like
not even. I think he got like 3. Also, I do have to say I just looked up Luis Ortiz because I was like, it is funny that Luis Ortiz didn't even become the best Luis Ortiz in baseball. Obviously, the Cleveland one ended up getting.
That's a whole different story.
I kid you not. Do you know what came up when I looked up Luis Ortiz Orioles? His name is Luis F. Ortiz. This can't.
No shot. No shot. No way.
Kevin, I got like Vietnam flashbacks in this. I was like, oh my God.
No. I know.
Luis F. Ortiz.
No.
Oh.
No. We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
Escape it.
We're not doing this again.
Escape it. Oh.
Oh my god.
I saw that and I was like, how do we keep getting the worst of the two name guys? And we always get the F. We always get the F guy.
Yeah. Just horrible.
God.
Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about Dylan Tate, Bruce Zimmerman, Josh Rogers. Cody Carroll came over in that Britain deal.
You know what? Dylan Tate, actually, I'll give it to him. Dylan Tate was damn good.
I wanted so badly for the Orioles to be the team that like fully fixed him. Like the top prospect.
There was a chance.
Who did he get traded for? Was it the Chapman deal he got traded from Texas to the Yankees in?
And then for Britain. Got traded for two damn good closers. But it's just, Kevin, it's like we say, prospects are prospects, and you gotta use them to get what you got. So
yep.
Kevin, anything else before we head out of here? I know we both gotta kind of roll right now, but
no, just this is hour 2 of 4 straight recording for me. So
beautiful. Don't you love it? Don't you love it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You just love it. Love it.
Kevin, this is why we do what we do. You just love it. We do it for all
Look at this color. We got the color coordination going on.
I know. I also noticed very quickly. I blend.
Yeah.
I'm blending in completely.
You could just put your arms out on that wall and like cover your face with the hood, and we wouldn't be able to see you. We wouldn't be able to see you.
No, I could. Kevin, where are you going to be? Where can we watch you in the next hour?
7:30. Going to be on the Locked On Ravens Squad show with Sam Njoku and Kadri Ismail. So I'll be live there for an hour with them talking Ravens. So I just finished up recording. I'm hosting one of the network's national shows Monday through Thursday. So I finished up that. Going to have to edit that down. 8:30, I am recording the Locked On NFL because I go on there once a week. So I'm recording Locked On NFL as a guest. I have a guest appearance on there every week. That's not live, though. And then I'm recording my regular Locked On Ravens show for tomorrow, which is actually going to be my 6-year anniversary.
Wow.
To the day.
Congratulations. So go watch Kevin on the Squad show. Go check out Sam Njoku.
Yeah. Won't be talking Orioles on there. It'll just be strictly Ravens. But
yeah.
I know that not every Orioles fan is a Ravens fan. Not every Ravens fan is an Orioles fan. But
so if you want to
see me goof around on there, I guess, and talk Ravens football.
Go to Kevin. Go to the Locked On Ravens Squad.
Thank you. If you want to tune into tomorrow's episode, I used to actually always play. I think we had this conversation. I always used to play my first ever episode, which was just abysmal.
Are you doing it again tomorrow?
No. I haven't. I used to do it when it was only audio. I would do it. Video, I do not do it. In video.
Gosh.
So
Kevin, you go.
I'll do a little spiel and the whole 9 yards there. So.
You go do that. Go catch Kevin over on the Squad show if you're a Ravens fan or just want to go check out Kevin and all of them over there. But that's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. Quick little thing about the new prospect rankings dropping. So hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back tomorrow as the Orioles take on the Mariners. We will see you then. Sam Basayo.
I'm really trying to get deep into my former Oriole bag recently.
Tim Beckman was a good one.
I know that came out of nowhere too. Who I was thinking of someone earlier. I still can't think of his name, and it's really annoying me. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look it up because it's the second straight day I've not been able to do it. Orioles. I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna be real. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of good ones already here, but I need to find the one that I am thinking of. I need to find the one I'm thinking of.
What did he do? What position? When? What year?
He was an infielder. Played for the Athletics.
Infielder played for them. Oh my God, Richie Martin.
No, but that's a good one.
Thank you. Infielder played for them. Darnell Hernandez, but he's there now.
Oh man, this is bothering me. Renato Nunez played for the Athletics, I guess.
Yeah.
Laureano played for the. I forgot the Laureano. I forgot that was the team he was on. Man, he was there. Was he there his entire career?
Yeah, and up until Atlanta took him last year. Oriole infield.
I thought he was going to be the next great player for them.
Ramon Hernandez. What year was this?
It was during the dog days, like 2018, 2019, 2020.
Jonathan VR?
Mm-mm.
Tony Kemp?
Mm-mm. Watch him just not have played for the Athletics, and I'm just completely screwing this up.
Yeah, I'm talking Tyler Nevin.
No. Who was this player? Orioles roster 2020. Maybe I can just find it this way. I'm really...
Miguel Tejada, but that's obviously not.
No, that wasn't. No. Maybe it was 2021.
Pat Valleca?
Mm-mm.
Jesus Aguilar?
No. All right. I'm gonna give up. I'm so mad. I'm gonna give it up for today. Danny Valencia. Whatever.
There we go. What? You know what? That's so good.